Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, your pontiff on the Paul Pluta channel, doing paid review 22QC41. Quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Rolex Submariner, and today I am doing a paid review. This is for CB, my very super fan, up there with ER, Bondage, and CB, the three top, the holy trinity of big donors. Today, guys, I'm doing a paid review on Tim Wrong's collection. That's right, Tim Wrong. This is a paid review paid for by CB. CB said if I make the review, he'll send me a donation. So this here, now firstly, I gotta tell you, Tim Wrong is somebody I hate. Circular logic, the way he argues, I think is unfair. And I just want to reiterate, the son of a bitch, he gets green room completely drunk, takes no responsibility. He then manipulates green room to come into my room at 1 a.m. And then Timmy thinks it's a good idea to film it. And then as soon as I start complaining what a stupid asshole Timmy is, circular logic, I've threatened him and he becomes the victim. And all I can say is, what a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. So I don't particularly like this piece of shit, but when I do the review is not about the person. The review is about the watches. And you've got to separate the two. So let's go through this collection review. So this here has been put together. So what have we got here in this collection? Well, firstly, we got a Rolex Explorer 2 Polar, the 42 mil. I really love this watch. This watch is an incredible watch. 42 mil, the new bracelet. I have one of these watches myself, and I think it is a beautiful Rolex, one of the classics, modern classic. The next watch in Tim Wrong's collection is a Pepsi Jubilee. And I gotta be totally honest with you, yes, it's a hype watch. super hype. And you know, you can get a bit suspicious of the motives of the owners, but you can't take anything away from a Pepsi Jubilee. In fact, if I was to add one more Rolex, if I went into the AD and I could get one more Rolex, I'd definitely love a Panda or a Pepsi Jubilee. So I can't hate this watch. It's a beautiful watch. Third watch in the collection is the Panda. The Panda. And I gotta be totally honest with you, the Panda itself, I've actually handled Timbo's Panda, and it is actually, I don't know what it is, just psychologically, it feels a lot smaller than what you think it's going to be. And that's interesting because the Daytonas from Rolex, they were originally 37 mils. That's in the plastic when they were 4-digit references, and they used a 19 mil bracelets, the N-Links. So I got to be honest with you, the Panda, what do I think of it? Amazing! amazing. You can't criticize that. It is an amazing watch indeed. Then the next piece we've got is a new Air King, and I've got to be honest with you, I think that is a beautiful watch. The new Air King is amazing. They fitted the crown guards. It's got the 05 instead of 5. I think the design, the attention to detail, it's an incredible watch. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I can't criticize any of that stuff there. There's nothing I can say to criticize that. Now, what I'm going to do is now, the next watch, what else have we got here? We got some interesting stuff. We have got a 36mm Explorer 1. 36mm. This is the new model 36mm. And I believe the gentleman in question is thinking of selling it. I think it's actually a pretty cool watch. I remember years ago I had a 1016 that was 36mm Explorer. That was the plastic 4-digit. Then I had a 14270, which was the sapphire replacement to the 1016. I really loved it. So I don't think it's a bad watch. Next watch in this collection is an Omega Speedmaster Sapphire Sandwich. I think this is a really special watch. It's beautiful. Absolutely nice to have something besides Rolex. It's an iconic watch. You're not going to get any complaints from me on that. That is superb. I don't care whether you've got the 1861 or the 3861. It doesn't matter. They are beautiful. Whether you got the Halcyon or the Sapphire. I think the Halcyon's got a vintage feel, but I do like the Sapphire one as well. It's got a different feel, which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's different. The next piece we got is a sub-date. We've got a sub-date. This is the 40mm ceramic. And I got to be totally honest with you. I'm actually wearing the 41mm. 41mm. I don't think it makes terribly much difference. Amazing watch. It's the quintessential one and done. Sub-date. How could I criticize that? That's a beautiful Rolex to own there. We've then got a Starbucks. Starbucks is the green. The Cermet. The Starbucks is the sub 41 with the green bezel. Very, very nice watch. I prefer the black, but hey, if you've got the 40mm ceramic, wouldn't it be nice to complement it with the 41mm Starbucks? 100%. Then we've got a few other watches here. We got a Seiko Turtle. You know what? That's a nice little beater. Nothing wrong with the Seiko Turtle. Then we've got a Ming. Now, that, to be honest with you, was a stupid purchase. That was in the hype. They thought he wouldn't listen to the pontiff. I've always said, don't buy it. Sure enough, he went and bought it. Well, I think it's the Malaysian company, Ming. What do I think of it? I don't particularly like it. That was a stupid purchase. I think that was silly. That was a stupid purchase. And then we've got a Moritz Grossman. And I got to tell you, I don't understand why you bought that. I get the feeling you bought that to stick it up your pontiff, to tell it you wanted to beat your pontiff and have something over him. You wanted to big note yourself, and unfortunately, Morris Grossman as good, and I must admit, I actually do like them. I don't think they have the resaleability of a paddock. I don't think they got the resaleability of a lot of things. Personally, I think your assumption they'll become the next yawn is really misguided. One good friend of mine, the Holy Trinity of Donors, CB, he's a huge independent watch expert. And he told me that ain't the one to buy. Now, with that said, I think it's a bit of a weird thing to have. I mean, I personally think what you should have done if you wanted to get a traditional dress watch, I think the best thing you could have done would have been to buy a Reverso, maybe a ArchieLuxury Master Control. Ease into that space. I don't understand why you've gone for a German independent. It's kind of, it's like someone who collects trains. They collect, you pick a gauge and you pick a country. Normally, you might do American. You collect American, HO, American. You do British, OO. You do Australian, that's HO. And what you find is you run trains that are correct to that period. Now, in this case here, this is like having an American train set and then we add a British train. You think, why? Now, I really would have hoped, I got to be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with Morris Grossman, but it's not for a collector like you. A Morris Grossman isn't like that, okay? I gotta just turn this off. Morris Grossman isn't for that sort of collector. Morris Grossman is for somebody who loves the Germans. So a Morris Grossman collector, what they would do is they would start off, they'd maybe have one or two Langes, they may have they get those German sort of brands there, like a Panorama, the Panorama. You know the watch I'm talking about, don't you? You know the one. Panorama, you know that. You buy that. And then you get an independent German. You might have some IWC because that's the German-speaking Swiss. But to have hype Rolex and Omega and then suddenly get into specialist independent, I think that's not how it's done there, okay? It's not how it's done. You don't do that. And I think that's kind of what the biggest problem is, okay? That's the problem. You want to go into the German watchmakers, I'd say I would be buying myself for that sort of money. I'd buy an 1815. I reckon that's your entry, or a Lange 1. Okay, you try that. It's German, but it's mainstream. You can always get out of it if you don't like it. To go for an independent like that, I don't understand. I don't understand. And I would say you're just thinking you want to pip your pontiff. Well, it just doesn't mix into your collection. I'm sorry. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't blend into the collection. That's what I don't like about it. It doesn't blend. It doesn't blend in. And that's what I'm trying to say, man. It doesn't blend into your collection. That's the problem there. It's really, that's where the problem is. That's that's what was wrong there. And I got to tell you, seriously, you want to go into German, you might get a Nomos, get a Glashut, a Lange, and then you get a Morris Grossman. You don't just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fit. I don't understand this logic. It's one, for somebody who's such a hype collector, I don't understand the rabbit hole you've gone down. I think you're trying to outdo your pontiff, and I think you've made a mistake, okay? And that's not even, I'm not saying that because I don't like you. I'm saying that this is how the balance of the collection is. It's just, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Some mental problems there. That's what I would seriously say. And then finally, we got a 37mm Yachtmaster for the wife, which is a great watch. Great watch indeed there. I think for yourself, you would have had a lot more respect if you would have gone in and got a Jaeger-LeCoultre, maybe a Reverso, a Master Control, a Nomos, a Lange, and then you go to an extreme independent. The way you've done it, I got no idea why you would do that. But hey, what would I know? I'm only the pontiff. But what do I think of the collection? Look, this is a nice collection. I may dislike the owner immensely, and I do. He's a weasel. But there's some nice stuff. Explorer 2, I've got one myself. Beautiful watch. Pepsi Jubilee. Shit, I wish I had one of those. Panda. Ditto above. I wish I had one of those. The new Air King. Actually pretty fucking cool. Explorer 36. Cool. We've got the Speedmaster Sapphire. Very cool. Good choice there. Subdate. Very cool. Starbucks. Very cool. Seiko Turtle. Okay, it's a shitter. Yeah, that's okay. The Ming. Garbage. Get out of that fucking thing. Morris Grossman. Amazing watch. But it doesn't match together. It doesn't match. It doesn't. I don't understand it. I don't understand why a hypey collector would buy that. But hey, that's just my opinion there. And the wife's 37mm Yachtmaster, good choice. Beautiful collection. A lot of money there. I think instead of bad-mouthing your pontiff, you should be thanking the pontiff from taking you from 35,000 US a year to over 150,000 a year. This is the reality. You should be grateful. But you use that circular logic and hey, you can justify anything. There you go, guys. That's my review of Tim Wrong's collection. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments down below. Guys, remember, paid reviews keep me full-time on YouTube. I'm happy to review anyone's watch collection. Give me the details. I will do it. I think you got to separate. If you dislike somebody, it doesn't mean their watches are shit, okay? And if you like somebody, it doesn't mean their watches are great. This is the truth of the matter. Guys, paid reviews keep me full-time on YouTube. Please get a paid review done now. And remember, you can also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me full-time on YouTube. Details down in the description, how to get a paid review, how to sponsor me on Patreon, all down below, and I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and today guys, I want to show you a wonderful Instagram channel. That's right, an Instagram channel who's also a great fan of ArchieLuxury. father.time.luxury.watches. father.time.luxury.watches. This guy here combines photography with beautiful watches. Have a look here. Look at this. Very, very nice display of watches, and just in a great, look at this. His food with watches, his coffee with watches. Just great, great photos, great watches, and a great lifestyle. Look at this beautiful cigar. And you can click on any of these pictures here inside Instagram and see the lifestyle. Look at this. Ah, what a wonderful way to enjoy a cigar. So there you go, guys. Check out father.time.luxury.watches. Father Time Luxury Watches. Check it out, guys. You will love it. Hey guys, Archie Luxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US. Look down in the description. $50 US. I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want. And it keeps me going on YouTube because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.